Hey guys, it's me, Lil Ninja, back with another video, and today it's kind of different with a new, Rising of the Shield hero. What if? Also, it's also if you did not hear me, new. Usually, I only do 2 new ones and 2 other series that I've already made, but for a while now, I've been deciding that I will do 4 new videos a week, and then the next week, 4 of the series that I already made. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. That is gonna be a very, I'm pretty sure, very, very good video. Well, let's go. It's Little Ninja time. We start with Naofumi, basically, after being dead, transported back to his old body, finishing up the book that he just read. And then seeing that he just finished the book of what his story was, he would think he needs to go back, save everyone that he couldn't before he died. He wanted a do-over. He wanted that do-over so bad. A glow started appearing on his arm, and then the shield appeared. And at that, the glow would then grow. Before Naofumi was transported, he would in turn put on his invisible shield, which gave him more defense and could give him the ability, and made the shield invisible and gave him the ability of becoming invisible. Because he already had the sense of unlocking every single shield that he could and fully leveling up the Rage Shield, his most powerful shield, and unlocking the other branches of that shield, he was able to unlock every single shield before he died, making him the strongest hero. Not to mention his XP, he still had his XP from fighting all the waves, meaning that he could level himself all the way up now and basically be a one-punch man. So yeah. As soon as he is transported, the shield turns invisible, and they are questioning why this one does not have the shield, since they tried to summon all of the heroes. Naofumi would decide and would show him his shield. They would be surprised at this, thinking that this one was not supposed to have his shield leveled up all the way. Of course, mainly everything would happen to canon until it would come to his introduction. Him saying that, I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me just because you have some beef with the last shield hero, okay? Get over your beef and let's work together to defeat the waves. The king would be surprised, would start to slowly respect Naofumi. Actually a lot more respecting him, but still treating him like he's the devil of the shield. And with this, Naofumi would get angrier each second, fueling the power of his rage shield, but not really caring at the moment. Of course, the same things happen to canon, with Mine, the princess, and of course, Naofumi already knows what's happening. He pretends to not be able to get any of the monsters, actually holding back all of his powers, until the next day, where Mine frames him for you-know-what if you're watching this video. So, yeah. Naofumi would have already had a video showing his camera shield. And then seeing this, I'm going to say they have the technology of cameras and knowing that cameras can't be faked, showing them that she was coming into his room and stealing his stuff, and he went straight to bed and didn't even drink anything. He just ate and left. meaning that Mine was lying the whole time. And the king would be mad, thinking their trick wasn't going to work, and would drop the charges to Naofumi. Naofumi stating, "If you ever try something like this again, I'll destroy this whole kingdom." And then he would look at Mine, and then the first one that would be gone is you two. And he would then leave, with the spear charging right after him, asking for a duel, since he would thinking they both be the same level. Since the spear hero thinking that he might be a higher level, since the shield can't even gain any levels without anybody else. And he would state that he does not have the right to talk to the king and Mine like that. Naofumi would sigh, get his new style from his best. What was it again? I forgot his name. The guy that gave him his suit. I forgot what his name was, and I forgot what's the name for his occupation was. It doesn't matter. He would then go towards the duel, and would actually start warming up. Before he left, though, he realized that a blade without a hilt is not classified as a weapon. It's basically just a knife without a hilt. He would realize that he can absorb weapons that aren't exactly weapons. Absorbing the broken parts of a bow, unlocking the bow shield tree, and doing the rest for all the other weapons, basically making him able to actually use those weapons, like a mace, which is also connected to the shield. Because of this, he basically was able to recreate every single weapon that his favorite maker, builder, I forgot what the heck that thing is, I don't even know. Blacksmith, yeah, his favorite blacksmith had. With that, he would show off his new shields, saying that he can attack just as well as any of them. Realizing that they can absorb different weapons as well, but really, this is excluded to Naofumi since he has the most experience. Because the reason why I'm saying is since it has to be a certain level, and since this version of Naofumi has been doing the waves for years upon years, and just came back with all of his XP, leveling his shield up the most, and his attack and everything else, gaining all of his old abilities that he had, he basically made his shield to where he can do that, while the others are just starting off and can't really absorb those. So after the match is over, they're going to be saying that he's been cheating, hacking the shield somehow, which gives me an idea for my next what if. But that's getting off topic. Now Fumi would use his bladed shield, which is basically the shield. It's a shield, but it has a long blade at the tip, and then the rest of the sides of the shield are bladed, basically making him able to slash everything in half. Also realizing that magic is also a classification in here, since magic is all around them, he also figured out that he can absorb magic into the shield and get a magical shield tree. Basically, he can absorb magic and then make it into beams with the magic shield that he has right now, which is basically what he is doing. Trying to be on the offensive instead of being on the defensive like he usually was back at the time. Him not really getting mad, seeing as he's not fighting for his partner. He's just fighting because he wants to fight. Trying to make sure that this spear hero isn't trying to mess his goal up. Trying to save everyone, not just his party. And if the spirit hero doesn't realize that, then it doesn't matter to him. Naofumi would continue to basically blast the spear hero. With the spear hero not being able to get any openings, he would eventually yield. Of course, like in canon, Mine would try to interfere, but this time Naofumi was prepared. In case he sensed magic, he would summon an air strike shield and block Mine's basically attack. Naofumi would say, "That's strike two, King. Like I said, I am more powerful than all three of the heroes combined. So don't try me." The king would just start glaring at Naofumi as Naofumi would walk off with the spear hero throwing his spear at Naofumi. Naofumi catching the spear and then breaking it in half and then throwing it back at him. With that, everyone would be surprised. And then Naofumi would say, "I don't have any bias towards you, but if you are ever my enemy, I will come after you with the intent to kill." And then he leaves. With that, all the other heroes are trying not to get on Naofumi's bad side. With that, with Naofumi being the winner, no one would chastise him for anything. Of course, he would eventually find the slave owner, which consists of mainly monsters. He would follow the slave trader and then proceed to knock him out. He would steal Raftalia and then take an egg, hoping that it will be a Filolio, just like, I forgot what they called her. Wait a minute, let me check real quick. Took me a while, but it was Philo. So yeah, that wasted a lot of time, and literally the Filolio, it's basically what her name is. Filolio. I don't get it. Why did Naofumi have to name her that? It doesn't matter. As I was saying, Naofumi would proceed to take Raftalia without the slave crest, might I may add, and also take a Filolio egg. So yeah, taking Raftalia and forcing his magic into the egg would have hatched and a tiny little Filolio would have popped out. With Naofumi sighing, thinking that part is done, and he would ask, him already knowing what her name is, but asks Raftalia her name. Of course, she would answer Raftalia, and he would begin to say that he needs a partner to help him destroy monsters. And she looks like she can help. Raftalia would state that she's in a bad condition, and he would be better off just leaving her on a side ditch. And Naofumi would say no, stating that you are a valuable member of this team, and I'm going to make sure that you don't feel like anything less. Raftalia would accept this, and Naofumi would get them both food, with Philo eventually wanting to eat as well. Philo would begin to chow down, and Raftalia would be hesitant at first and then would start eating, with Naofumi giving Raftalia different clothes, and eventually Philo would become her giant form and then her girl form. Naofumi would immediately get clothes for Philo that are magic, so that way the clothes will turn into a bow when Philo transforms, so that she doesn't rip them up. So yeah. Naofumi would basically set out to training both of them, so that way they can basically destroy the next wave, which may I add, Naofumi has already taken on the first wave by himself and basically defended the village that he would originally be in. Whew. Wow, it's only been 14 minutes? Dang. Well, Naofumi Naofumi would train him up, and with Naofumi being level 500, yeah, that's how powerful Naofumi is. He didn't need to get Raftalia or Philo, but he just wanted to. So that way, he is trying to live the past that he couldn't have. But now he's going to have the past that he is going to have. Now, for me, with this power, he would train himself a lot more, actually. The levels that he gained are from him training with the getting XP from the wave. Since he didn't have a party, all the XP that came from the wave went to him, since he was the only one. He was the only one in his party fighting the waves. So yeah, that kind of works out, I guess. Naofumi would begin to. Naofumi would train each Philo and Raftalia up to level 50, making them ready for the next wave. Of course, mainly everything that happens in this happens relatively similar to canon. It's just Philo is here and it's a lot easier to do it since Naofumi is level 500 and he has both Raftalia and Philo. Not just one or the other. Both. Philo would basically destroy all the monsters that she could, and Naofumi would absolutely wreck everything, while Raftalia would use her sword and slash any monsters that she could, being a little bit less skilled since she's only had a few weeks to level up, although she is level 50, but still. This would not be the level that they were if Naofumi would have gotten them earlier. So yeah. After the wave, Naofumi and Philo and Raftalia go to different countries, and would then find the Spear Hero trying to claim a small town and making the prices of entry and exiting extremely high, with it being 15 gold and 1 silver, with that being the amount that someone stays at their motel a year. A flippin' year. Like, this is a very small town, so. Naofumi would begin to say that the Spirit Hero can't do that. That's less money than they get a whole year. I mean, that's the money they get, that's about the same amount of money they get in a whole year. With that, the Spirit Hero would challenge Naofumi again. And with Naofumi already knowing about this, Philo would transform into her Philolio form and then start the race with Spirit Hero's dragon and Naofumi and Philo. Philo would dash, actually being way faster than all of them, even with the slowness that they're doing, with the Spirit Hero cheating, even getting a speed boost from Mind's magic people. Of course, Naofumi would basically do everything towards canon, winning even with the Spirit Hero cheating. The Spear Hero would begin before the Spear Hero would lose. The Spear Hero begin to get angrier and angrier, and then even more angry. And then the Spear would speak. Do you want to destroy him? Yes. Do you think he is using cheats? And then he would scream, yes. Will you destroy everything to get to him? And finally, this Spear Hero would scream, yes. And with that, he would jump off his dragon, punching Naofumi right in the face, with the curse series of the spear being unlocked. With that, Naofumi would summon a sword, This being more of a, it's a regular sword. He's able to store, because of his levels, he's able to store weapons inside of his shield. The reason why he's able to do this is really call it plot armor, but really it's not. But, yeah. Let me think. So he is able to do this because of the multiple levels that he has. And I'm going to say that the other weapons can do this too. It's just that Naofumi, his experience and all that stuff. And that is where I will be leaving it off for now. And I hope you liked the video. And I hope you like my other videos. See you later. And that will be it for now. Ninja says bye.